Hey, what's up? So I was reading the data artwork, or an artwork book of Sekiro recently, and a lot of people don't know Demon of Hatred lore, so we're just gonna make a quick little video about Demon of Hatred real quick. So real quick, for those who don't know yet, Demon of Hatred is a very, very important boss, but not because it's hard, but because of who the boss was. If you don't know who the boss was, you haven't beaten the boss and talked to the lady after. But I will put all of the puzzle pieces together for you in one cohesive video. So let's start first with this tale. Not with the Demon of Hatred, but with Ishin Ashina. The Tengu of Ashina, the demon of the sword by some and the sword saint by others. This master swordsman beat every single country in war and rose Ashina from the ground up in a single generation to a massive empire by himself single-handedly. Or did he? Dum! Vsauce music plays. No, you see, Ishin Ashina was not alone. He actually had a very unique and hardcore team, much like the Shinobi of the Divine Air does today. However, the Shinobi of the Divine Air is not best compared to Ishin Ashina. He's more better compared to the Sculptor. Now, why am I bringing the Sculptor up? It's very simple. If you think about this game in terms of cycles, because Miyazaki and the creators of Dark Souls, Sekiro, Bloodborne, Elden Ring, all of them, they love the cycle of corrupt nature. Dark Souls, we had the Fire of Light and Dark. Elden Ring, we had the cycle of fucking 6 outer gods and shit like that. Bloodborne, we had the cycle of the hunters becoming demons or monsters or gods or whatever. It's complicated, but in general, Miyazaki loves to say that cycles on cycles on cycles. It's a very unique way to tell a story, and it juxtaposes a lot of characters in a unique way. So why am I bringing up the Sculptor when I'm talking about Ishin Ashina? Well, if you think about this game, I'm going to bring up someone else. If we bring up Kuro's relationship to the divine Shinobi, the Shinobi of the Divine Air, who is called Sekiro, the One-Armored Wolf. He's only called the Shinobi of the Divine Air in the official source pages, but for now, we'll just call him Sekiro, the One-Armored Wolf. So, Sekiro is just the Shinobi of the Divine Air, right? Well, who would the Shinobi be if the Divine Air was Ishin Ashina? If Ishin Ashina became the Divine Heir to set the Empire up, who would his Shinobi be? Kuro's Shinobi is Sekiro. Ishin Shinobi is the Sculptor. Why do I think it's the Sculptor? Lots of reasons, but I'll put it together for you right now. So, for starters, after your battle with Genichiro in the tutorial, whether you win or lose, it doesn't matter. You lose your arm and you get the Shinobi prosthetic. Who gives you the Shinobi prosthetic again? Oh, that's right, the Sculptor. The Sculptor's also missing an arm. Keep that in mind for later. You progress on your game thanking the kind stranger, but not really knowing why he helped you, right? Like, why did this kind old man help you in the middle of bumfuck nowhere? Well, as it turns out, he's in cahoots with Emma, the doctor, and Dr. Emma is in cahoots with Ishin Ashina, who is in cahoots with Kuro, who is in cahoots with everyone against Genichiro right now. Why am I bringing all this up and explaining the basic plot of the game? Well, it's because the Sculptor was the Shinobi of the Divine Air in Ishin Ashina's time, and he made the Divine Sculptor after losing his own arm. And wouldn't you know it, after the end of the game, when Ishin Castle goes up in flames, you go back to the castle, and you're like, why is everyone missing? And then you go back to the Sculptor's place, and you're like, why is the Sculptor gone? And then you're like, why is the Demon of Hatred suddenly spawned? That's weird. But that could just be coincident. A lot of NPCs are despawned. A lot of NPCs could have been the Demon of Hatred. But what a lot of people do not know, or do know, if you did the side dungeon, if you beat Lady Butterfly in the past, you get pulled out of the temple. And if you ask the Sculptor what it showed you, what it showed him, he says, you shouldn't ask this of people, but it showed me just flames. Pure flames, implying his natural affinity to fire. That could mean, and it preludes to him becoming the Demon of Hatred. But what really settles it is the final two pieces of the puzzle. He only turns, or three pieces of the puzzle. After his countless killings and battlefield, an entire generation of merciless slaughter, battlefield, and war, his shinobi work was probably top of the line. And the fact that no one seems to remember him proves how good of an ex-shinobi he is. He is probably the elite shinobi of Isshin Ashina's time. After you find him missing, you're the only one who can upgrade your Sculptor, your shinobi prosthetic. So you become the next Sculptor. Wouldn't you know it? What a cool cycle. Isshin Ashina gets replaced by Kuro, the Divine Heir, and you get replaced, or you replace the Sculptor. What a beautiful cycle and symbolism between characters. And it doesn't just end with this. It ends when you kill the Demon of Hatred and you talk to the NPC after. So without further ado, this video that I have been paused for too long, without further ado, let us hear the final words of the Sculptor after going crazy and slaughtering everyone around him, being pure hatred after losing his divine heir Isshin Ashina to an illness. At this moment of time, his master's health was the only thing keeping him from turning into this monster. Emma commented saying that she would like to kill a demon if it were to appear, implying she knew the Sculptor was infested with this demon of hatred, and his willpower alone was the only thing keeping this demon at bay. And that is why he was in the outskirts, far away, banished from all civilizations. This monster was too strong to have in the capital, because once his master's health eventually dwindled to nothingness, he would ruin the castle Deisho cherished and built upon. He would be destined to destroy his very creation at the very end of his life, and watch it happen. However, the one-armed wolf, Sekiro, has something to say. Stopping the Demon of Hatred and freeing the Sculptor's pain, the Sculptor says to Sekiro 3 final words. What does that say right there? Putting it together. It does not say demon slaughtered. It does not say prey executed. It says shinobi executed. The only people that know who Wolf is Kuro, Isshin Ashina, who gave him the name, Emma, who works directly under Isshin Ashina, and how does the Sculptor know your name again? Oh, that's right. He's with Emma and Isshin again. And finally, to put it all together, if you look in the building to the right of this video, where you would normally meet Isshin Ashina when you fight Genichiro to give you the name One-Armed Wolf in the first place, you meet a strange old lady who asks you if you know who that demon was. And then Sekiro responds, "No, I do not know who it was." And then she responds with, "It's probably better you don't know who it was."